This is a little post-recording stuff here. The audio is pretty bad. Like I said, I'm learning here, and I bought a microphone that I compare to this GoPro now, so this kind of stuff doesn't happen. But I muted the sound. I'm just going to give you kind of a rough overview of what I'm saying here. Talking about the job, talking about the project ahead here. I mentioned a few times that we're getting close to 1,000 subscribers, and that that is kind of the point at which you start getting paid. I mean, that is the point at which you start getting paid. So, if you guys are watching this, please subscribe, please like it. I start doing that, I start getting paid for all those ads you guys are forced to watch, and then I can actually start getting better equipment. I can start buying, more than one GoPro kind of thing. So, yeah. Eventually, I'm going to pick you guys up here. We're going to go for a little walk, take a look at some stuff here. Yeah, just kind of excited to be doing this job. It's all pretty tall grass, 3 to 4 feet ish. Should be a good time to watch. If you guys want to, please feel free to comment on some kind of a special for when we hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. We want to do like a live video. Kind of give me some ideas if you could on things you'd want to see. So we have that going on too. So we have something going on, So talking about how I heard you guys. I know you guys want better quality videos. You want better camera views and such like that. So we work on that in this one. I've learned more about the GoPro, so it's not doing the fisheye thing. I have it set up now so that we have multiple camera angles to choose from, and you guys can just let me know which one you like best by putting down in the chat, A, B, C, or D, because that's later on in the video you'll hear me explain that this is going to be point A, point B, so on and so forth. And and if you just want to switch them up, you can do multiple points. Maybe you want A and C, or D, C, A, something like that. So you guys just let me know what you want, and I'll try and make that happen. I explain in here too. So like the GoPro I have is a Hero 3, and I cannot preview my shots as I'm doing it. So unless I have a laptop or something out there that I can shove in here, a little micro SD card, I can't actually see what's going on when I start shooting. So I got it figured out this much, that if I leave it in its current setting, it's at like 1080 for its 60 frames. So it should be a lot better. Here we go. We're going to go for a little walk now. Oh, nope, never mind. Scratch that. Or maybe we are. Anyways, I'm doing my best I can to get you guys some better quality videos and things that don't make you sick when you watch, because I know exactly how it feels. I've seen those videos too. I'm trying not to get that to happen. So let's see here how this goes. And that was a live wire, and it does electrocute you, in case anybody's wondering. The fencer is on. So I'm just walking through explaining this is mainly just Johnson grass here, a lot of weeds, really thick, dense stuff, and I'm actually going to mow all this down at its highest height, and that is with the mower deck lifted up. And that's just because they're going to turn this into a pasture, and it doesn't matter if it looks like a golf course. They just need this knocked down so they can get their cattle or their horses or whatever they're going to put in here, and keep it mowed down and keep it, maintained as they would. I don't know if I'll show it on this one. If I do, I'll bring it up. But there's a bushel of trees, we'll call it, that's growing back through that they haven't eaten down, that you might have seen in a previous video where I mow down a small forest. And it's those trees coming back again. They're like willows of some kind or something. And I end up mowing those down. I don't think I recorded very much of it because it really wasn't anything exciting or worth it. But yeah, cattails. Talking about the cattails here. So this is supposed to be a swamp, And cattails are always a telltale sign of there's a lot of moisture in this area. And so far going through it, this was actually pretty dry. Later on in the video we do find some very soft and wet ground, but it's more towards our left right now, towards the tree line. But yeah, I push all the way back here, get all this mowed down relatively efficiently. And I found that out too, that this machine is surprisingly efficient. Surprisingly efficient. Talking about these trees here, then I take those out. They're little tiny apple trees, almost dead, so get rid of those. Yeah. It was a lot of fun doing this job. This grass and all these weeds were pretty tall. And if I wanted to, you know, and if they cared enough to, you could go through and, you know, mow it a second time with the deck down. But you'll see later on here, and I'll point some things out in other videos here coming up. There are these little tufts of grass that grow in this very swampy areas, and they build up these mounds of dirt, and it's basically like hitting, you know, scalping your ground. You just hit this huge chunk of dirt and it just bogs the mower down. So even if I could do it with the deck down, I'd be mowing dirt a lot. So it's not really worth it to go out there with your deck down. I also do, and I mentioned it later on, I think, I have full weight transfer on, but I'm kind of torn between using full weight transfer in a swamp and having no weight transfer, just because maybe having more of an even spread of weight on all the wheels instead of having more of your weight in the front would be better, just so that you're not putting so much weight on those front tires, and maybe if anything more on the back, so you can get yourself out of something if your nose is in, you know. So I experiment with that, try and find a good happy medium. Maybe I should set it on like 1 or 2, and that might be good too. I don't have any issues with the actual moisture there, because it's actually quite dry for being a quote-unquote swamp. Yeah, you can't tell, it's kind of shaky, but directly behind the Ventrac there's that kind of olive green grove of trees. It's really short, not very tall, but those right there are what are growing back, and if, you know, I don't cut those down, they'll just come back even more, come back even thicker. Talking about the tripod here, as one of the camera angles there, we'll call that D, I think. It was C or D, and there's one there. I'll mount you on the front first, and we'll see how that goes for this first little bit here. It really is dense and thick, and I'm sure you're not going to see much other than brushes and weeds hitting your face. But yeah, we're getting ready to go here, so I'll quit yakking, and I'll just let the video do what the video does. You guys enjoy, and like I said, please like and subscribe. Let's grow this channel. It only grows with your support.